Hey guys, Info Broad here, and today I want to talk about the RTX 3080 release date on the 17th of September, which I think was just an utter fail, especially when you look at it from a consumer's point of view, where a lot of people are just left in the dark, and there is this massive want of people being forced to pay, if not double the amount of money for a card, which other people were literally lucky being able to purchase on any of the online communities or websites or official websites. I don't know where they bought them, but really, congratulations to the people buying them. But why are you reselling them again to this point? And of course, you understand it. People want to earn a little bit of money, which is fair enough. But I think what is a bit of a shame here is that from NVIDIA's point of view, the consumers are just left in the dark. And especially on launch, I'm not sure how many units were for sale, but I bet there was just not enough for the people who actually wanted it. And again, I'm not sure what their plan is. We're still waiting for the RTX 3090 to be released very soon, if not this week. And next month we got the RTX 3070, from which I hope, and I literally hope, they will have enough of. Because leaving consumers in the dark, I think, is one of the worst things that you can do, because it causes these kind of scenarios to happen. And especially with price gouging, it is just destroying the entire GPU market at the moment, especially within the RTX 3080 market. And why am I saying it? Well, I was looking at eBay today and I saw a lot of people trying to sell these cards, a lot of official stores. I think they tried to purchase them from NVIDIA or MSI or Asus or any of these websites. Fair enough, and they're just trying to earn some money out of it, and they're trying to sell them on their official stores. By the way, guys, thank you very much for downvoting all these stores, at least to the product, for these people selling the products for too much. But okay, that's eBay. There is just a little bit of fluctuation there. Things can happen. You know, eBay has their magic. That's all I have to say to it. But when it comes to bigger stores price gouging the fuck out of a card for nearly 30% more than the initial price tag, I think that's outrageous, and I think that is not very respectful, especially to the community within the people who want an RTX 3080. I think this is not the right way, this is not the correct way, nor is it a polite thing to do. Here, for example, we can see one of my favorite stores to buy PC parts. Well, theoretically, it was one of my favorite stores until I saw what they did with the RTX 3080. We're talking about a card, and I think this particular version would price around 750 euro, which is still an okay price, a little bit more than the Founders Edition, but it is now price gouged to 999 euro, which is nearly $1,200, you know, just for perspective. That's the price of the RTX 2080 Ti, which, what's the purpose of even being their hype if the price is basically the same? If the price of the 3080, not even Ti, is the price of, you know, the older generation Ti version, what's the point of it? What's the initial point of being there's so much hype? And this is where I would say, NVIDIA, you kind of messed up here. You're leaving too many people in the dark, because all you have to do is calm down the fire, just admit to maybe when the next batch of cards is going to come, and a lot of these stressful events, a lot of this price gouging is just going to disappear. Why? Because if you tell people, oh, the next batch is going to come next month, a lot of people just calm down and say, okay, the next batch is going to come, and I don't have to wait till next year, which might cause a lot of people to buy these cards now at these tremendous prices, which is just not fair. It's not fair at all, and I think this is something that NVIDIA can stop, or in fact, any of these manufacturers that produce cards. I'm looking at you, MSI, I'm looking at you, Gigabyte, and Asus, and all the other parties. Besides that, I asked someone in America to look at if they were able to buy one of these cards at one of the physical stores. So they went to the store and they went to Best Buy, and in fact, Best Buy actually told them, hey, we only have a limited amount of physical cards for sale. And I think at this particular store they had 7 cards. 7. I mean, just put it in. I mean, I don't live in America, I'm stationed in Germany, but I cannot imagine there is a Best Buy on every corner of the block. I cannot imagine that there were only 7 cards available to maybe 100, maybe 1,000 consumers that had an interest in buying the cards. I mean, think about it. I remember when the iPhone 5 was released, and there was a lot of hype for it before. It's, I would say, even the same hype on a smaller community base, of course, but people were waiting outside of stores, you know, waiting 3 days in front of an Apple store trying to buy this phone. Now just imagine those 500 people, 200 people, let's even say 50 people waited in front of the store. They arrive at the store, they open up, they get the congratulation clap and thank you for waiting and everything. And then the seventh person purchased their iPhone, and that's it. There is no more. What are you going to say to the other, 40 people, the other 100 people, the other 400 people, the other 500 people? These are the people that are going to be enraged, and they're going to lose a bit of respect for the company. And of course, we're still in the pandemic where, and I'm really saying the pandemic of saying we are still going to buy the cards, but we're just a little bit more frustrated with the entire buying process. And from a market point of view, I think this is done completely wrong. They should have at least announced to say this is version 1 or round 1, then it's going to be a round 2 and a round 3. Apple does exactly the same. And of course, Nvidia, I get it. There are people trying to buy with bots. Totally legit. You need to be a bit stricter. But try to find an algorithm that doesn't mess with the entire buying scenario or the buying experience. I don't think this is going to be a very good outcome for you. And of course, I'm still waiting for the 3090 to come out and the 3070. I just hope it doesn't end up like this. And Nvidia or any of these manufacturers, all you have to say is just give us a bit of information. Even if you just state, hey, we had a bit of a downfall in the factories because of the virus and we only had a half amount of people working. Totally fine. That's a legit reason. People would understand it. But if you just leave people in the dark, they're going to make up their own scenarios and say, hey, you know what? Screw Nvidia. I'm going to go AMD now because at least they're giving out information. Possibly. We don't know yet. But these are the things that can make a company, and these are the things that can destroy a company. So on that note, I want to leave it there. If you are one of the people that got an RTX 3080 and you're not selling it and trying to keep it for yourself, congratulations. Even if you are trying to sell it, fair enough. I'm not jealous. I'm just a little bit annoyed that a lot of these people are abusing the system for that fact. And I don't really like that. And especially on Nvidia's point or Nvidia's part, they could really just fix these issues with communication. Just communicate to the people who have an interest in buying your product. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, just please like or subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to you a possible podcast. There should be one coming on Saturday. And if anything, just leave a comment below. And if you did get a 3070 or a 3090 or a 3080, just leave it in the comments below. I know on the 2 cards you cannot get them yet, but if you got anything on pre-order, amazing. Good for you. I look forward to see you next time. And love you all. But not you, Nvidia. You are a bit of a criminal at the moment.